Okay, students, good evening. So the students who are in the online, am I audible? Can you please confirm it once? The students who are in the online, am I audible? Please confirm it. Okay. So now it is the time to continue the previous discussion. So last time we went for discussing about the, yes, ma, good evening, Renuka. So next we need to continue related to the NumPy. So last session, we have almost started the importance of NumPy. And 2 points we discussed about NumPy. Some differences between NumPy and traditional list in the class. Okay. So why do you use NumPy? For organization of arrays, to deal with that is arrays concept. And one more is complex mathematical calculations purpose we use NumPy. And next we will go for continuation discussion about the traditional list and then Python related NumPy. What is the difference? Yesterday we discussed some important differences. I will show you once. I'll show you once. Okay. Then the differences between traditional list and then one more kind of concept is NumPy. So the difference I just want to show you here. So see students, list-based applications. See, as I told you, if I come to that list-based applications are not efficient compared to NumPy-based, there is no doubt in that. In the large sampling of data, list-based applications takes more memory space, whereas ND array takes what? Less memory space. That is what many of the people are under this impression. Okay. So now I want to give you a simplest example there. Okay. So let me go to the small example in the session. All of you should carefully understand this. So yesterday, 1 or 2 people are not yet came. Because one student used to sit here because yesterday he has the memory space point of it. So he is not there today. So I just want to show you this point. If interviewer is asking, and you must be careful enough in understanding this discussion. And I'm going to enter into the detailed discussion in today's class. And after showing this entire discussion now. So let us go to the small example I want to tell you whether it is list-based applications takes more memory space or NumPy-based memory space will take more memory space. So you are under the impression of what? List-based applications takes more memory space, whereas ND array, that is NumPy programming, will take less memory space. So please look into that. I'll take a small example. I'll go to this place of this Python. Now I'm going to write. I'm giving one small file name, that is a performance measurement, performance.py. L1 is equal to, I'll take a data 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, for example. This is my L1 list. Now there I will convert into what? NumPy programming. What I did yesterday, if you remember, A is equal to, I say yesterday, import, come on, NumPy as NP, I set NP dot array of L1. Well, so L1 is comes under what? Traditional based list, ND array object, yesterday's class. It's an object of ND array. What is ND array? Class. Please don't lose that concentration. Continue that. A is an object of what? I'll print that type of L1, comma, type of L1. Yesterday's class only we had a discussion like. Next I will print after that type of A is equal to type of A here. Just I will save this code. Try to coming to this place, this PC. I'll take in this 4 p.m. Of course, I'll try to bring into that, create one small folder. I take numpy, inside of it, I'll say performance.py. Ma, for line number 4, 5, off. Okay, off. Okay, students. Now coming to the command prompt, important points. Now I see Python here, 4 p.m. CD numpy here. Now see students, I'm saying py. I'm going to say performance.py. It is going to print, one is a list type, one more is called what? An object in the total numpy programming, because this is only the first critical point to understand. Of course, it is nothing. So in the entire numpy programming, we are storing the data in the form of ND array. What is ND array? Is a class whose object is going to be called A in our case. In our case, it is called A. Well, now we are getting, one is called list type, one is called ND array. Well, now I'll go to one small point I want to show you. To measure the size of that, to measure the size of this L1, memory size I'm determining. Print of size of memory size of L1 is equal to, comma, there is a module called sys dot get size of L1. Get the size of L1. And at this time, don't get confused. What is the get size of? Come on, ma. What is the get size of function present in which module? Sys module. And don't get confused here. Import what? Sys. Very good. It will give you the memory size. Memory size occupied for these many elements. Moreover, memory size of what? Memory size of what? L2. A, which is an ND array object of what I'm writing here, A. Now see that everybody is under the impression that list will take more memory space. ND array will take what? Less memory space. NumPy programming will take. This is what the impression about the people. Please look at that carefully and try to decide. Now see here, what is the memory space here? You will really wonder, because in YouTube, that tube, this tube, all these things will try to misguide the students. See that once. Are you seeing that? Once again, you watch it. What is the size of L1? What is L1, please? List. What is this A? Right. What is the memory space? What is the memory space? What is the memory space? What is your opinion? What is your opinion? Sanjeev, thank you, ma'am. So, some of the people are trying to say whatever they like in YouTube. That is all called wrong things, that is called. Now, I'll give some more continuation. Please be careful. Please be careful. I will continue this. Please look at that. Please look at that. Now, coming to the point of it. Next. Now here I'm going to say performance1.py. Now carefully look at 67, 78, 89, 34, 56, 78, 99, 123, 45, 67, 89, 34, 56, 234, and 567, like this. See that large sampling of data is increasing. Large samples are coming. Careful. Large samples are coming. Take care. Print L1. Type of it. Print a type of it. Save this code. Now you see that. Now you see the reversed result. Now you see the reversed result. My dear students, be careful, ma. Because when you are facing an interview, you should be more careful enough in answering such questions. That's what I am giving very carefully, giving this type of answers. Yeah. Coming to that point, I'm going to give you performance1.py. Now you see the answer, reversed answer you see. Here what is taking? L1 is taking what? 120. Size of A is what? So what is your opinion? Our statement is actually wrong. What we wrote, list-based applications takes more memory space. NumPy programming-based applications takes. Actually, that is a wrong sentence because most of the people are not aware of it. In internet is written, they will go on writing it. We know what exactly. Now you see the result. Please see. I'll give the result. Reversed result you see. Now see the result, please. Reverse came or not? Reversed result I said. What is this? What is this? Sanjeev, no confusion, ma. I am going to give the clarity. Memory size of L1 is what? What is the memory size of here? What is the difference? You just please remember. 192, 8. 8 plus 16 is 24 difference, right or not? Yeah, please be careful, ma. Still I will increase. Still I will increase. I will increase. I'll paste the same data. I'll paste. So 45, 234, 56, 78. I go on placing the data. So much of data placed. So much of data placed. A very big data placed in where? List. That very big data I'm trying to organize in where? NumPy. That time NumPy is so powerful. NumPy is so powerful. Small example I want to convince. Sanjeev. No confusion, ma. No confusion. Please look at now. Again, I will write performance1.py. Please look at that. It is taking how much? It is how much? See the difference. Here, how much vast difference is maintaining. The moment when data is growing, list is taking what memory space? More space. And NumPy is taking what? Right. A small example I will give you if you get connecting. Suppose you want to celebrate your 20th birthday. 20th birthday. Will you celebrate in the home or will you go to a big 5-star hotel? Generally, you will celebrate in your home. That means less cost. Good. Only your things. You want to celebrate your marriage. You won't celebrate in your home. You'll definitely go to that place. That means event is important. When you go for a small sampling of data, don't go to such a big programming called what? NumPy. Because when you go for creating NumPy, so many external services will be provided to use the data. That external services will take what? More memory space. For large samplings are coming. What is happening? External services provided with the data of large sampling, that time it will take what? Less memory space. Whereas what? List will take more memory space. It is unable to provide the services over there. And moreover, coming to the point of it, one more thing is, because of comma, don't think like that. Comma means beginning only that program should be performance program. You see, there also comma is there, here also comma will not be there. Here also should be taken less memory space or not? First program, this is first one. List is less, NumPy is more. But when it came to where performance one, second program, it is taking what? More memory space. And what? What is your opinion now? What is your opinion now? Large samplings are coming. Which one is recommended? NumPy. Small data is there. Go for what? List. Are you okay? Did you understand the difference? That's why in the students who are in the online, did you understand this difference, guys? Small values are there. List will take what? Less memory space. Large data is there. Large sampling of data is there. Sanjeev, sir, it depends on sampling of data. Exactly, ma. Sanjeev Rai. It depends on what? Large samplings. Better to go for what? NumPy. Suppose I want to find out the survey of Indian population. I'll go for what? NumPy. I will go for survey about what? Our colony. I'll go for list. Am I correct? So, small data is list. Big data, large samples, go for what? NumPy. So, Sanjeev, did you understand, ma? You said little, sir, confused a little bit. Did you convince with my answer today? Did you convince with my answer, Sanjeev? Right. Okay. Yes, sir. Now you read out now. In the large sampling of data, that's why I mentioned very carefully. In the large sampling of data, list-based applications takes what? And whereas NDRA object of NumPy takes what memory space? Less memory space. Did you satisfy with that? That's why you mentioned the word called what? Large sampling of data. Are you following what I'm talking? Right. So be careful about it. And one more thing I said, list-based applications are not efficient, whereas NumPy-based applications are what? Efficient, I said. Sir, please give me that answer also, sir. That answer also, please give me, sir. Now I'm going to give you. Go to the Python command prompt, sir. Go to Python command prompt. Even you can go to program also. Please look into this now, students. L1 is equal to 10, 20, 30. 10, 10 to 20, 30. Print of what? ID of what? L1. ID of L1. This is the idea of L1. Individually, what is containing? 10 is there, whose ID will be there. 20 is there, whose ID will be there. 30 is there, whose ID will be there. Yesterday, what I told you? Are they consecutive? Are they going to be non-consecutive? I said. Non-contiguous, non-consecutive, I said. For the first memory, second memory, there is no relation at all. Are you getting my point? Look at, I'll print, how do you do? ID of L1 of 0. L1 of 0 will give you actually what? 10. 10 yokka ID. ID of 10, comma, ID of what? L1 of what? 1. 1, comma, ID of what? L2 of 2. L2 of 2. L1 of 2. Okay. L1 of 2. Very good. L1 of 2. Are you able to understand me? Overall thing is like this. So, ID of L1 of 0, ID of L1 of 1, ID of L1 of 2. See that now? See that now what I told you? See that 180378763, 180378763, 3488, 3168, 3808. Is there any relation? There is no relation at all. That means it is in one place, it is in one place, it is in one place. Randomly it is available. Are you understanding? Now, coming to A is equal to NP. Of course, let me go for import NumPy as what? NP. NumPy as NP. Now, A is equal to NP of array of what? L1. Dear students, be careful. Print of what? ID of what? A. That object array I am printing. Okay. Now print. See students. I am writing here A of what? 0. What is the A of 0? First of all, you should understand. A you print it. What is the A? 10, 20, 30 or not? What is A of 0? First you tell me. What is the A of 0? 10. What is the A of 1? Next, what is the A of 2? Whose ID I am printing? Whose ID you print? That's what I am printing. ID of A is what? 1088. In that address, all elements are available at one place only. Print. Sir, please print that, sir. And let us understand, sir. Now I will say A of 0. This is called what? A of 1. Next is called what? A of 2. Now print it. See that carefully. What is that address? What is that address? Come on. Same place all of them are available. Same place all of them are available. What is your opinion? Same place all of them are available means not one after the other. It is available adjacent to each other. Now what is the difference between list elements addresses? It is there in the same ID only. It is there in the same address only. But they are going to be present where? Scattering at different memory addresses. What about this? ND array object is containing what address? At one place, all of them are available. Like in one hostel, all the classmates are available. Is it easy to process them or difficult to process them? Easy to process them. So the online students, did you convince with my answer, students? Did you convince with my answer? Yes. Come on to the point of it. Very, very simple. That's why list-based applications are not efficient to process, whereas NumPy-based applications are what? Efficient to process, because list-based elements are consecutive, non-consecutive. NumPy-based elements are consecutive. So did you convince with my answer? Right. And these are the very regularly asking questions, differences between traditional list and then NumPy module. So how sir is asking. Ganesh Verma is asking how sir. Now I am showing that proof only. Ganesh Verma is asking how sir. Then what can I say? Already completed now. Already I shown you. Now he is asking how sir. So here I shown you the performance point of it. Program is written here. For small sampling is concerned, this one. For large sampling is concerned, this is a one. Are you able to understand? Right. Can I show you one more open secret? Can I show you one more open secret? Yes. Come on to the point. All of them. Be careful, students. Be careful, students. Yes, ma. Same. Sanjeev. Same. Same to same. Take everything. Now I am taking one more open secret. One more open secret. This is called what? Hidden facts of the people. Hidden facts of the people. When the interviewer is asking all these things, be careful. Right? Yes, ma. Senapati. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to send this code for you. I'm going to send. Already mentioned here. Traditional things. I just mentioned here. Coming to this point. Now I'm going to say. Right. Vector based means what, ma? I told yesterday, Brahmani. Right. Come on to the point. Vector based. Yesterday only I told you. Come on to that. L1. Print L1. Print L1. I want to increment the value of A by 1. I want to increment the value of L1 by 1. I want to increment the value of L1 by 1. 10 plus 1, 20 plus 1, 30 plus 1. That is called what? Vector based operations. How do you do? What are you thinking? L1 plus 1. What will happen? Error. It is an error. Last class only I said. Plus operator can be applied between list to list. Already we learned in our basics only. To do this, I say convert into NP, that I am going to write it here. NumPy I am writing of what I am saying. L1 you say. L1 you say. Convert. L1. NP dot. Yeah. Yes, ma. Yes. NP dot array of L1. Yes, students. Please. Print A. It is going to be 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. Now you say A is equal to what? A plus 1. See, my dear students. Print A once again. 11, 21, 31. It is known as what? Vector based operations. Brahmani, are you okay, ma? Are you okay with this? Now here I'm going to say vector based operations, these are called. So coming to the point back, here one open secret I am going to show you. See that list can allow what elements? Same type of elements, different type of elements and everything. Now I am going to take what? Python I am taking. Python I am taking. Which type of data this is? String. And this is called which type of data? This is called more amount of data. Same type, different type, all the types. I am printing, converted into what? NumPy programming. See the memory space. See the memory space once again. You will be amazing by seeing this memory space. So coming to this place and coming to this place. No, Ranjan, you will be wondered by seeing that output. You will be wondered by seeing that output. Now coming to this point, performance2.py, and see that performance 1. See that first program, performance. List-based applications are less. Performance 1, ND array object is less. Are you following? Very good. Now performance2.py. See the ND array object memory space, which is taking lot of memory space compared to what? List once again. See that lot of memory space ND array is taking. NumPy is taking. See that how much memory space is taking? Memory size of A is what? 2092. Memory size of L1 is what? 440. Did you understand? Why? What is the reason? Because internally, all these values are converted into what type? Higher type or not? Which type? higher type. All these values are converted into which type? Higher type. Higher type means what? String type. Definitely string is taking more memory space than numerics. Are you getting my point? Yes. So coming to this point, this is also one more question. The interviewer is trying to play with us. If you face a correct face-to-face interview by listening YouTube and all those things, if you try to go to an interview, they will say we will must be a YouTube star you are, and we are not going to be a subject star, because in subject these many number of things will come. If at all you want to go for it, this is going to be, this is the another type of small limitation what we are getting it. You are seeing practical about this. Are you able to get it? So you may ask a question, sir, you are converting this. You can say, comma, what is that? D type is equal to yesterday. I said what? Object. Just, yes, Sanjeev. Yes, sir. Coming to the point of it, what is the memory space now? What is the memory space? Performance dot one. Now 2, I'm showing you performance 2.py. It is reduced so much of memory space or not? But still it is taking, what is the size of A? Definitely taking more amount of this or not? So depends on our sampling of what? Homogeneous data. Always remembering sampling of which data? Homogeneous data. It will take less memory space. Other than that, you are watching with your own eyes. With the practical evidence I'm showing, don't tell all the times list is taking more memory space and ND array is taking less memory space. If at all you conclude like that, interviewer will show like that, there is no answer from us. Are you getting my point? What is that? Large volume of homogeneous sampling of data. Which one will take less memory space? NumPy. That is ND array. Now, small sampling of the data, definitely go for list. Large sampling of homogeneous, go for what? Yes. So do you got my points? Right. Now it is the time to see. Now it is the time to see to go for this. Both of them I will try to, all these things I will try to post you. Performance, beginning level, and then less memory space. And then this is converted into which type? Object type. All of them I will try to post you. Try to take care by yourself. Shall I continue today's session now? So I hope the yesterday student also may be available in the class. Maybe if today he was now absent, and I shown him, and he might be there in the online class. He was there. Now I am going to continue the continuous next discussion. So last class we started with most important discussion. What is that? ND array. ND array. Right. Fine. So now I will go to ND array today. ND array today. What do you know about ND array? Come on, students, tell me. What do you know about? Okay, Sanjeev Rai. Your name is Sanjeev Rai. Huh? Yesterday you asked this doubt. Sanjeev, yesterday you asked this doubt. You are only, na? You are only, I hope. Am I correct? Okay. Sanjeev. Okay, your answer I shown you. Today you are attending online. Very good student. Good. You got your answer now? You got your answer now? Fine. So, good. Continue now. So, I'm going to enter into where? ND array. Tell me, for my satisfaction, what is ND array? ND array is one of the predefined class. One of the predefined class. Well, of which module? Of what module? NumPy module. Very well. NumPy module. Super. What is the purpose of ND array? An object of ND array. An object of ND array. ND array is used for storing the data. Used for storing the data in NumPy programming. In NumPy programming, 99% of the time, the NumPy programming stores the data only in one object. What is that object? ND array object. Tell me, where do you store the data in NumPy programming? Object of ND array. Without object, we cannot store the data. Where are we storing the data in NumPy programming? In the object of ND array. Now you must understand how to create an object of ND array. How to create an object of ND array? Yes, this ND array Some people will call it as what you know. Some people will call it as what you know. Because people can't stay quiet and calm. They will invent some new full forms and all those things. N-dimensional, N-dimensional, right? N-dimensional array. They will say N-dimensional array. That is known as what? ND array. That means ND array object will make us to create 0 dimension, 1 dimension, 2 dimension, 3 dimension, any number of dimensional arrays it can create. Okay, na? Are you confident about ND array? It is a compulsory question whenever you face an interview in Python. Compulsory question is, what is the purpose of NumPy? What is the ND array? How many ways are there to create an object of ND array? What is the purpose of NumPy? Last and final, I said so many times. NumPy module is one of the third-party module. It is used for, one is organization of arrays. Arrays is nothing but what? Homogeneous organization of elements. Okay, right. Can I organize different elements? Yes, but all the different elements are treated as one type internally. That is called object of object. Next, second point I would like to say, NumPy is more popular for complex mathematical calculations. For example, I want to calculate a standard deviation. In normal Python programming, we don't have any library. I want to calculate a variance, mean, mode, all those things. We don't have any such type of library in the standard Python or traditional Python. I need some type of library which can do very easily. How do you do that? I'll go for NumPy. So NumPy, matrix addition I want, matrix multiplication I want. Right or not? Rank of the matrix I want to find, transpose of the matrix I want to find. How do you do all these things? To do all these things, definitely I need what? One module is required. Some predefined library is required. That is what NumPy can do. Okay, well, we understand what is NumPy. And a traditional list and NumPy differences also is said with the practical evidence which you have seen it. Well, now I need to go for NumPy. In NumPy, where the data is in NumPy programming, where are you storing the data? In the form of an object. Which object it is? ND array class object. ND array class object. How to create that ND array object? First, we are going to create the object and we place the data. And what operations we perform that object, later we will do after the creation is over. Shall I? What is the purpose of list? To store same type of values, different type of values, all types of values with duplicates and unique. Mutable, indexing, slicing, all of them can be performed. How many objects are there to create? 2 objects, empty list, non-empty list. Like that, we have many ways are there. Like that, I want to create. How many ways are there to create an object of ND array? Fine? Now I am going to create. So now I am going to create. In NumPy programming, we have 7 ways to create an object of what? ND array of NumPy module. How many ways are there to create an object of ND array? 7 ways are there. Sir, what are those 7 ways? Number 1, by using a function called array. Second one, by using a function called arange. Second one is that. And the third one is called what you know? Zeros. One function is there. Fourth one is called what you know? Ones. And the fifth one is called what you know? Full. Next is called, sixth one is called what you know? I function. Seventh one is called what you know? Identity type of function. These are the functions available for creating an object of ND array. Shall we start? Yes. So now I will show you one by one about this kind of things. And they are very easy. So we came from what is the purpose of NumPy and what is the advantages of NumPy over traditional list. Now I am coming to where ND array object in NumPy programming. So NumPy programming stores the data in the form of what? Object of ND array. How many ways are there to create an object of ND array? 7 ways. How many ways are there to create an object of list? 2 ways. 2 ways. One is empty list, one is non-empty list. How many ways are there to create an object of ND array? 7 ways. Now I want to go for creating one by one. Shall we start? Yes. Let us go to this place. So why to create an object of ND array? This question you see. Why to create an object of ND array? Why do you create a list, Ganesh? So if I don't explain, you will feel if I start explaining, I cannot move forward. So my vehicle will go like a bull, what is that? Road roller. Road roller. Slowly. So if I don't explain, you will feel if I explain again, I have to repeat from yesterday. Why should I create an object? Why to create an object of ND array? Huh? To store the data in which programming? NumPy. Why do you create a list? Already we explained. No? Why do you, in NumPy where the data is storing in one object? What is that object of which class? ND array class. What is the use of creating ND array object? To store the data in NumPy programming. We will use what? ND array. Ganesh, please pick up, speed up, make your PVM to run like anything. Are you understanding, Ganesh? Shall I move forward? My dear student, please make me to move forward. Right, understand. Now I'm going to move forward. Okay, student. Now I'm going to use, come on, start. Import, what is this now? NumPy as what? NP. Now I'm going to take. What is the syntax? What is the syntax of what? First one I'm going to say. Anyhow, I have a documentation. I'll show you. Instead of typing everything, it will take some time. I will explain syntax. First one, what is the function I am taking? Array. Array function I am going to take it. Because when I am discussing this, lot of points will come inside of this. Sir, what is the syntax, sir? What is the syntax? First one, very, very easy. Variable name is equal to numpy dot array of iterable object. Actually, they used to maintain object, comma d type. What is the d type? Data types. In NumPy, data types are also there. And we least bother about the data type because they are not useful in the programmatically for us. These data types are not our Python data types. They are called C language data types they used to show. I'll show you that. Least bother, but syntax you remember. Syntax. Now see, here I am going to say, here, variable name is an object of class what? Of class numpy dot ND array. This is, well, ND array. And what is this array? Now I'm going to say, what is this array function is doing? Converting a brief description I am writing, converting iterable object type into which type? Into which type? ND array object type. ND array object type. Because I am converting this object means what? Any iterable object of Python. Converting into which programming? NumPy related. In NumPy, when I am getting the data means in NumPy programming, I have to hold the data in some object or not. Which object is that? 100% object of ND array. Okay. What is a D type? D type represents data type of our C language. And even if I waste my time of discussing data type of NumPy is of no meaning. Because you will come across int 32, comma int 64, comma float 32, comma float 64, float 64. What is this 32? What is this int 8, int 16, int 16? These are all called what? 16-bit computer, 32-bit computer, 64-bit computer, float 32-bit computer, float 64-bit computer. You know, in our bitwise operators, I've represented. Did you remember? 8-bit binary number, 16-bit binary number, like that. Int 16 of what? 16-bit integer, 32-bit integer, 64-bit integer, like that. Float, 32-bit float, float 64-bit, like that. We are having some data types are there that you will easily understand because we have a Python programming knowledge. You will easily understand such a D type. Did you understand? What is the type of, what is the purpose of array function? Converting traditional objects of Python into NumPy programming in the object of ND array. When anything from external world, I'm bringing something to where NumPy programming, it has to come and fall in which object? ND array object. Go there. I will take the example here. Come on. L1 is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. What is this 10, 20, 30, 40 L1? List. I want to convert it to which type? Which type? ND array. Can I convert? How to do it? Come on. A is equal to some variable. K is equal to. Come on. What is the function name? Array. What is the function name? But array is a function of which kind of module? NumPy. What is the alias name? How do you write it? NP dot array of L1. Excellent. NP dot array of what? L1. Excellent. Print of K comma type of K. How beautiful this is. Type of what? K. What is that? 10, 20, 30, 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. NumPy dot what? ND array. And don't convince with anybody says because of comma is here, because of no comma, for comma storing taking more memory space. If anybody says immediately, sir, please write import what? Sys dot get size of L1 120 space, size of what? K, see the memory space 128. If anybody says like that, on the face you just tell like that. Are you understanding? Comma never matters a lot. If anybody says YouTube, that tube, this tube, comma, semicolon and all those things, that is called pitch tube, that is called. So that is called wrong tubes. Don't go to that kind of thing. It is my advice. Are you getting me? So practically you try to see, don't see that all those things. But large samples of data, definitely it matters a lot. Large samples means immediately go to this 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 45, 67, 89, 89, 123, and then 56, 78, 345, like this. Immediately convert into what? This place, and then you write sys L1 of it. Please look at that, students, my dear students. What is that? Size reducing or not? Gradually size is increasing. List will exceed its memory space. Gone high memory space. NumPy will go on reducing it. Did you convince with my answer? Yes. This is a way how you need to go for further. Understand? Fine. So let us go to the first one is called what? In this case, array function is clear. Well, it is not only for this purpose of list. I can take T1 is equal to, look at my dear students, 10 comma something like rosum comma 34.56 comma true comma something like 2 plus 3j. What is T1? Tuple. Now can I convert into NumPy programming? Yes, in NumPy programming, where can I store my data of tuple? Everything in the object of which type? ND array. Please tell me, I forget. K is equal to NP dot array of T1. Please look at that. It is done. Print of what? K comma type of K is getting this data like this or not? And please look into that. And all these values are available in the form of what? Single quote, single quote, single quote, single quote. I can just go for what? During your conversion, you can say object is equal to what? Come on, ma. Object. Come on, now you say, yes, ma. D type, sorry. D type is equal to, first time I am using D type is equal to, print the K. Now you see, everything is printed as it is. It is an object of which type? ND array. D type is equal to. Now next I will take one more example here. T2 is equal to, take 10, 20, 30, 40, 34 and 56 and 10 like this. Now I want to convert into ND array. A is equal to np dot array of what? T2. You got it converted. And print what? Simply A comma, what is this now? Type of A. Now see that it is going to be which type? ND array. Which type of elements by default it is giving? Integers. Because whatever is there I am getting into which type? Integers. Suppose I want to create an A with what? Floats. How do you do, sir? Same thing, sir. During conversion, you say what type? D type is equal to, simply you say what? Need not write float 64, float 38, float 32, all these things. Just forget about it. You know Python data types already now? You write D type is equal to what? Float. Now see student, print A. It is going to print 10 point, 20 point, 30 point, 40 point. 10.00 will not come. 10 point, 20 point, point will come. Now see that 10 point, 20 point, 30 point, etc. This is the style of NumPy programming. It is called which type? ND array. What is the D type? Right. Now, what is A? Object of ND array. In the ND array, what is ND array? Class. What is A? Object of ND array. In ND array, some attributes are there. So during this array function, which is designing the object of ND array, so there are some attributes are there in the object of ND array. ND array is a class. Some data members are present. How do you call with respect to the object of ND array? How do you call instance data members? Object of the class. What is an object here? A. What is an object of which class? ND array. What is that? A dot D type. A dot D type. That means ND array object A contains which type of elements? A is an object. D type is an attribute. It will give you. See that. What is an answer is coming? What do you mean by float 64? In the 64-bit representation, the values are taken. In some of the machines, it will give float 32. Are you able to get my point? So, float 64, float 16, it doesn't make any sense in my programming of NumPy. Throughout the entire career of NumPy programming, the data types is of no use. And I don't want to waste the time of discussing those kind of things. Once again, you say, without any data type, you see, I never write any data type here. Just directly I am converting. Print this A, print this A is an ND array. Write A dot D type. Write A dot D type, you say. A dot D type, you say. Now I am writing A dot D type, you say. See what is printed? Int 32. What is int 32? Float 32, all those things. It is called what? Data types. Data types of which programming? NumPy programming. So they gave a facility to us. They are all called C language data types. They gave a facility to us. You can write the data types like what? Python, you can write it. Did you understand, my dear students? Yes. Can I move forward? Yes. Now I am going to ask one question. Now I want to go for ask one question. One more time I am taking. L1 is equal to, I am writing here 12.34, 45.67, and 23.45, and 56.78, and then 56. This is my data, L1. Now A is equal to np dot what? Array of what? L1. Whatever is there, whatever is there. Just print of what? A comma type of A, type of A. What is happening? It is going to print as it is, whatever you have given. Same thing is coming or not? Because here I specified 56. All types of elements are which type? Float is bigger, int is bigger, float is bigger or integer is bigger? Float. Definitely lower type will be converted into higher type or not? That is called implicitly typecasting is done. Getting students? Suppose you want to convert into which type? D type is equal to which type? Int type if you want to convert. I don't want fractions. No problem. Print A, all of them are removing that fractions. 12.34 removed only 12. 45.67, 67 is removed. 23.45, 23 there. 56.75, 56 is there. So 56 is only available. Able to get my point? Yeah. Last and final question I am asking. Typecasting inbuilt in NumPy module. Yes, Ranjan, that only I am saying na. Automatically, it is typecasted to the higher type I said. If you want, you can write your own type, something like this. Next, one more time I am asking. So I am writing 0, 23, 0, minus 34, 0, 34, 0, something like 45 and 23. Well, now I am going to write it what? Convert this type. D type is equal to, I am saying bool. D type is equal to bool. Bool. Print A. Print of A, what? Type of A. See that. Bool means what is this value? 0, 23, 0, minus 34, 0, 34, 0, 45, 23. What is this bool says? Non-zero is true, 0 is false. Where we discussed? Beginning days only. Please print it. See, my dear students. 0 is called what? 23 is called what? 0 is what? Minus 34. 0 again. 34 again. 0 again. 44, 23 called. So I can typecast one to another type. Am I using any C language related data types here? No. Which data types I am using? After all, I am using, yes, Python. Last and final. See, my dear students, I will take it, this one. I will take this part. L1 is equal to, L is equal to this one. L1, okay, 1 minute. Comma, I will take ma. Comma, I will take it. So I am taking what values here? Boolean values I am taking. Carefully try to understand here. True, false. About this true, false, once again, I am going to show you in my programming of NumPy. Because this is like a data type you need to learn very easily. Not at all difficult. But starting part to enter into the subject is little. Take some time. Print of what? L, type of, first of all, you try to understand. Type of what? L. Which type it is? List type. A is equal to np dot what? Array of what? Come on. L1. D type is equal to int I am saying. One is called what? True is called what? My dear students, beginning. All zeros are called what? False. When I am dealing with false is called what? 0. True is called what? So why don't you remember that? Print that A once. See that. What is the value of A? What is that converted? You see 0, 23, 0 minus 34. It is nothing but what? L1 this is. L1 I said, not L1. Which type I need to take? L I need to take. L I need to take. Print A. See, my dear students, what is printed? Okay, bool type. L I need to say. Here I need to say L. Print of A, ma. Print of A. What is printed? L. D type is equal to int. False is called what? False is called 0. True is called what? So that is nothing but it is called a Boolean array constructed or not? Boolean array constructed. So what do you understand with this description? This description makes you to understand any type of traditional object of Python can be happily converted into which type? ND array type. ND array type. So I hope that you understand the discussion of this thing. So last and final, a is equal to 10, some b is equal to np dot array of a. Even an int data type value also convert into which type? Print of what? B. Type of what? B. See that it is called as something like this. 10 is converted. Which type object it is? Right. Now I am slowly coming. It is containing one element or more than one element? One element. What is its dimension? A dot. Slowly I am introducing the attributes. What is the D type? What is that? D type. A int object has no. Okay. That is A dot D type or B dot D type? B dot D type. What is the answer? Int 32. B is an object of ND array. A is normally int type only. So I got it int type. Next, B dot. First time I am applying ndim. Ndim. Ndim means dimension I am asking. Is it having any rows and columns? Is it having any rows and columns? No. No. It is nothing but what? Dimension is zero dimensional array. Spell out. Array. Because no rows, no columns. Well, once again I will repeat. Once again I will repeat. A is equal to 10. What is the type of A? Int. I am converting into which type? NumPy programming ND array. Print B type ND array. D type B dot D type. Which type? Int 32. And print the dimension also. Print the dimension also. B dot ndim. What is the dimension? 0. No rows, no columns. It is 1 only. It is as good as similar to what? B of 0 index. That is nothing but what? B of 0 index. It is nothing but what? 0 dimensional. It doesn't contain even where there is no index at all. It is nothing but what? Only one element. Only one element. Only one element does not contain rows and columns. That's why 0 dimension. I hope you are understanding. Sir, first of all, what is the need of writing 0, sir? You just say only B, sir. Only B you say, sir. Element is coming. Are you getting? Not getting. Are you getting? If you say B, data is coming. There is no need to go for any index. One element require index, huh? No. There is no necessary to go for what? Index. One element is nothing but directly I can print that name. So it is known as which array? 0 dimensional array. Shall I go to move forward? Next. I am going to next move forward. L1 is equal to careful 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40. Well, print of what? L1 comma type of L1. Type of L1. This is my data. How do I access this L1? This 10, L1 of 0, L1 of 1, L1 of 2, L1 of 3. Am I correct? Next you say, start with, convert into what? NumPy programming. Which object? ND array. What is the first methodology? Array function. How do I do it? NP dot array of L1. See that? Print of what? A. Print of A. And the type you want to print? Type of what? A. I am getting this as what? ND array created. Now I am saying, what is the index, ma? What is the index? Come on. Next. Just try to print it. A of 0 indexing. It is as good as similar to our Python only. A of 1 is getting, A of 2 is getting, A of 3 is getting, A of 4 is going to give you what? Index error. As good as similar to previous. Now I am asking a question. A dot ndim. A dot ndim. 1D array. It will print 1 because only one dimension I am using. Only one dimension only. So ndim is called what? 1. Because one index only I am using. Understand? Very good. Shall I move forward? So arrays are how many types? Zero size arrays, one dimensional arrays, two dimensional arrays I am going to introduce. Shall I? Yeah. Go on. Students in the online, are you comfortable? Are you comfortable with this? Yes. Ranjan, don't go to that mathematics ma. Mathematics is different from your Python. Right. Yes ma. Ganesh Verma, definitely. Definitely. I will show you final documentation. You will really say, sir, it is very beautiful. Come on to the point. L1 is equal to, be careful. L1 is equal to, start with list. This is called one list. In the list, one more inner list I am taking. 10, 20, comma, 30, 40. 30, 40. 30, 40. What is this 10, 20, 30, 40? Inner list. Inner list. How many inner lists? 2 inner list. Nothing but. Come on to the point. Print of what? L1 comma. Type of what? L1. Type of what? L1 is a list type. How do you access this first one? L1 of 0. How do you access the second one? L1 of? Okay. How do you access a 10? L1 of 0. First one, that is a first inner list of what? 0. How many indexes I am using? 2. One is entry index. In the entry, element index also I am passing. How many indexes? 2. In other, you just press it, it is 10 is coming. I will convert into what? ND array. ND array. A is equal to, come on, NP dot, what is this now? Array of L1, you say, now it is going to print. Print what here? A, and then type of A, see that carefully. What is this? Is it looking like a matrix or not? Looking like a matrix. Looking like a matrix. See students here, I am saying here 10, 20, next is called what? 30, and next is called what? 40. What is this now? According to our mathematics, 0th row, first row, 0th column, first column. This is called a 2 by 2 matrix or not? 2 rows are there, 2 columns are there. This is called A is equal to. How do you write it? A of 0 will give you definitely what? The complete row. In the complete row, I want what? 0. This is called one index. This is called another index. This is one dimension. This is another dimension. How many dimensions? 2 dimensions. That's why it is known as which arrays? 2-dimensional arrays. Understand? Okay. Print. Now, print of. Print of. A of 0 you say. Just A of 0 you say. What is coming? 10, 20. 0th row. Now you say A of 0 and 0 you say. What is coming? 10 is coming. I want to print 40. 40. Print. Come on guys. 1, 40. A dot, come on, ndim. A dot ndim. What is the dimension? 2 dimensions. Clear? Confused? 0th index, 0 dimension, 1 dimension, 2 dimension. Array can build how many types of ND objects? 0-dimensional array object, 2 array object. Now I can go for building 3-dimensional array object. I will build. Shall I? Yes, sir. Build, sir. Build. Now I am going for building 3-dimensional objects. 3, my dear students. L1 is equal to of 10, 20, comma 30, 40. 30, 40. That is called what? 2 dimension. Okay. This part I will write it in one more list I am writing. Write This is called one kind of one kind of thing, right? This is called one kind of thing. Be careful. Even if you don't, you are not careful. This is called what? One type of matrix. One type of matrix. Next matrix I am writing. Next matrix I am writing. Comma. Gone. So I will say, no problem. I will write it. L1 is equal to, I say, of 10, 20. Next is called what? 30, 40. This is called what? One matrix. Comma. Say once again, inside of it, 50, 60. Next is what? Comma. 70, 80. Close. Close. Of close. How many matrices? Two matrices. How many rows? Huh? How many matrices? Two. Each matrix. This is one matrix now. How many rows? Two rows. How many columns? Two columns. What is this dimension called? 2 by 2. 2 by 2 matrices only. How many? 2 into 2 matrices. 2 matrices. Each matrix is what? 2 rows, 2 columns. What is that? 2 comma 2 comma 2. How many elements totally? 2 2 is 4. 4 2 is 8. 8 elements are there or not? How simple, students. Print L1. Print L1. Type of L1. Type of L1. Now print, sir. No problem, sir. NP dot what, sir? Array of what, sir? L1. Just print A. Print A. Print A. Start with. What is this? You see. This part you see. This part you see. What is this is called? One matrix or not? One matrix. What is this is called? One more matrix or not? How many matrices you have? Each matrix is containing how many rows? 2 into 2. This is also called what? 2 into 2. What is this is called? 2 matrices containing 2 rows and then what? 2 columns is equal to how many dimensions? 3 dimensions. Easy or difficult? Dead easy. Dead easy. Okay, sir. Now, what is the index of this matrix? Senapati, why confused, ma? I don't have any confuse. I'm feeling so simple. I constructed only 2 by 2 matrix. I want to construct 3 by 3 matrix, 4 by 4 matrix, rectangle matrix, square matrix, any matrix I want to confirm. What is this matrix? 0. What is this one? 1. What is this? 0 index. What is this? Strictly speaking, do you know how it is available, my dear students? Do you know how it is available? Actually, in the figure, diagrammatically in the memory, this is the data. One wonderful diagram, I will write it. One wonderful diagram, I will write it. 10, and next is what? 20, 30, and what? 40. 40. One more matrix is there, ma. One more matrix is there. What that matrix is containing? What that matrix is containing? Come on. 50, 60, 70, 80. This is the picture. Do you know? It is containing like this. It is containing like this. It is containing like this. 1 minute. It is going to contain like this. Again going wrong. So, okay. This is containing like this. This is containing like this. It is looking like what? 3D or not? What is this index, my dear student? This is called which index? 0. This is called which index? Okay. And this is called which index? Positive direction this is. What is the negative direction? What is this index? -1. What is this now? -2. Now I want to locate this 40. I want to locate this 40. How do you locate? A of 0. A of 0 will give you this first matrix or not? And in that, what is this? 0, 1, 0, 1. How do you locate 40? 1 and what? 1. In the 0th matrix, in the 0th 1, 1 this is. In the 0th matrix, 1, 1 is called what? 40. In this place, what is this now? 0, 1, 0, 1. I want 70. How do you get 70? A of, in the first matrix, that is in the 0th matrix, what is this now? 1 and what? 0. How many dimensions I am using? This is the picture. Are you following? Confida. Nothing is there. Come on, print this 40. Take out this, print. First A of what? 0. What is the first matrix? A of 1. Which matrix? Now I want this 80. First you need to locate the matrix or not? Which matrix this is? A of 1 na 0 na? A of, okay. 1 and 1. Beautiful. With the negative index I want. Negative. With the negative I want. What is the negative? This is called what? 0, 1, 0, 1. -1, -2, -1, -2. What is this 80? -1, -1. Start. A of 1 of -1 of what? -1. What happens? Okay, wrong I typed. A of some extra bracket I typed. What is that? 80. Matrix also, matrix number also negative. What is that? -1. And these are all called carefulness. That's it. Is the index is new for you? Is the index is new? No, already old. Easy. This is which matrix? How do you print? A dot ndim. A dot ndim. Which dimension? 3 dimension. What is the 3 dimension says? 2 matrices with 2 rows, 2 columns. How do you get it? 2, 2, 2. How do you get it? A dot shape. See that? 2 matrices, 2 rows, 2 columns. Easy. What are the attributes of ND array? D type, ndim, shape. Shape will give you the dimensions. Dimension will give you 2 dimensional, 1 dimensional, 0 dimensional, 3 dimensional. And the shape will give you number of elements. I hope you are understanding. Last and final, you take this element. Students. Yeah, convert into this list type, convert into this ND array, print A. It's like a matrix, normal matrix. A dot D type. One thing you understand today. A dot ndim. We understand 2 dimension. In the 2 dimension, how many rows are there? And A dot. What is that now? Shape. What is that? 2, 2. 2 rows. Yes. 2 rows, 2 columns. Sir, you go for one more previous back statement, sir. You go to previous one statement back, sir. You say like this, sir. You take like this, sir. Yeah. Now you see. Convert into list type. Getting into NT. A dot D type. Well, A dot what? A dot what? Ndim. A dot ndim. 1 dimension. Now you say a dot what shape? You don't get it. Shape means 1 comma 4 or 4 comma 1. Number of elements comma you will get it. Number of elements comma you will get it. See that how many elements are there? 4 elements comma. That is always coming in the form of tuple format. Tuple format. 4 elements. Did you understand? A is equal to last and final 10. B is equal to. Come on, students. NP dot array of what? A. And B dot. What is that now? D type. B dot. What is this now? Ndim. What? 0. Come on. B dot shape is what? 0 elements. That is nothing but 1 element only. There is no shape of it because 0 shape. 0 shape is nothing but empty tuple. Did you understand? Empty tuple. 1 element comma, 2 elements comma, 3 elements comma, like 4 elements comma. Are you getting? Now I want to ask you a question. What do you mean by 3 comma 2 comma 3? What do you mean by this? 3 matrices which contains 2 rows and what? What dimension it is? 3-dimensional. 3-dimensional. More than 2 dimensions, but n-dimensional we can call. Did you understand? So today I just want to conclude to you. I just want to show you one simple documentation for you. Creation of ND array object. Just I want to show you one small documentation. See students, ND array is one of the predefined class present in which module? So an object of ND array allows us to store the data in the form of single, one-dimensional or and what? Multi-dimensional. Multi-dimensional is but 2-dimensional also included. More than 1 dimension is but 2-dimensional. 3-dimensional like that. In the entire NumPy module. It is a definition you need to give. An object of ND array allows us to store the data in the form of single or 1-dimensional and multi-dimensional in the entire NumPy module. To create an object of ND array, we have 7 approaches. One is what? Array, A range, zeros, ones, full, I, identity. All the above functions are present in which module? What are these approaches? Once again, I am asking to create an object of ND array. After keeping the data in the ND array, we will do the operations on it. Even list also discussed like that or not? First we create the list. Later functions I said. Insert, append, like that we see the operations. Okay, na? Mathematical operations are what? Statistical operations are what? Sorting operations are what? Searching operations are what? All those things we discuss one by one. Very simple, students. Come on, ma. I'm going to say array. See how easy. It is used for converting an iterable object into which type? Iterable object. Or I can say any object I can write it. Any object. Any, not only iterable object, any object type into what? Object of ND array. So according to the original syntax, iterable object variable name is equal to numpy dot array object comma which type? D type. This is the original syntax. Come on. Variable name represent an object of which array? And numpy is called what? Module. Array is a predefined function present in which module? Purpose you see, converting any object type of Python. Any object type of Python into the object of what? ND array. First of all, what is the need of converting into ND array? They will ask a question. What is your answer? For example, they will ask a question. What is your answer? Suddenly you say, suppose I have a list of elements are there. Suppose I want to list in a list is available. I want to do matrix addition. How complex code I need to write? If I convert into ND array, I can do plus operator, add function I can use to get my calculation easily. That's why I'm converting what? Traditional Python objects into what? NumPy array object. ND array object, I mean. Next, Array is the predefined function present in this module. An object can be any collection types, list, tuple, set, frozen set, dict. Not only this, any kind of object, even small integer object also, bool object also, any object you can convert it. Did you get my points? Next, see the examples one by one, students. L1 of, I got this data. Converted into NP dot array. A dot type, I got it converted. A is printed like this. Ndim shape. What is that? 4 comma. 4 comma. If I go back to this line, I will take it even this type of discussion also. This also I will keep it, ma. This also I will keep it with our example, because this is also one important area. So normal variable, D type I am taking, and dimension I am taking, 0 dimensional array, shape is there, no such shape for one element, and later this is called one more 2 dimensional, single dimensional like this. Shape is called what? 4 elements only. Here shape is called what? There is no such shape, because 0 shape is available for that. Second thing is called what? See, L1 of, again D type is equal to float. I am converting into what? 10 point, 20 point, 30 point, 40 point. Which type? ND array. Print that array. And L1 is like this. Converting into float. Printed 12.3 as usual. A is printed like this. NDM is 1. Shape is 3. Like this. Float is 64 point. Next, L1 one more time. This is the value. Mixed values I am having. NP dot. Print that A. A printed. D type is what? Float. Even those int type, float type, everything is there. It is converted into everything into higher type. It is called float 64. NP dot array of L2. Then this is called L2. A dot D type is what? Int 32. Float 64. They are called which data types? C language related data types. Are we using C language related data types in our NumPy? Never. We use Boolean data type, bool data type, str, like that only. Come on to next. L1 contains strs. NP dot, yes, I am converting into that. And see that D type, U less than 2. Means here length is how much? 2. What is that U stands for? Unicode. What is U stands for? What is that 2 represents? 2 characters. Once again, row sum, RT, James Gosling. What is the highest length? Row sum, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 means 6, na? Print NP dot A. A you print it. See, D type is equal to what? U6. What is that U6? Highest number value only taken into consideration. What is that 6? 6 characters. So memory space is created for what? Higher type memory space. Did you understand, ma? So what is this U stands for? Unicode, for string representation. Int 32, float 64. These are all called what? Other data types. Okay. Come on, next. 10 KVR, 23.45, true, 20, like this. Converted into this. Everything converted into which type? String type. See, 10 in single quote, KVR in single quote, 23.45 single quote, true in single quote. This is in single quote. N dimension, 1 only. Shape, 5 elements. It is U64. Because varieties of values are there. It is taken into what? Unicode value only taken. Highest memory space is assigned for this. Did you understand? Well, coming to next, inner list. Printed like this. Ndim, how many dimensions? 2. Next, A dot shape, 2, 2. D type. What is the D type? Int. Are you okay, students? Next, I took it one row, second row, third row, converted into n array, printed dimension. Don't go for 3 by 3. 3 rows and 3 columns. 2 only. Rows, columns. How many? 2. To locate this 10, 0, 0. To locate this 20, 0, 1. To locate this 90, 2, 2. 2 dimensions only. What is the shape? 3, 3. What is the D type? Is called what? 32. Next, it is called what? 2 by 3. What is the shape? 2 rows and 3 columns. Dimensions, 2 rows and columns. Now, reshape. First time you are seeing this word called what? Reshape. What is the meaning of reshape? Just to take one small example. This I will take it. Of course, I will be explaining this also in our class. See that first time getting this. Print A is equal to directly np dot array of what? L1. A. What is that? A dot ndim. Come on. 2. A dot what next? Shape. What is that? 2 rows, 3 columns. Now I will reshape it. I will reorder it. 2 comma 3 can be changed to 3 comma 2 also. 3 rows, 2 columns. How do you do? There is a function. What is that? Reshape. A dot reshape. A dot reshape. Well, A. What is A? 2 comma 3. There is a function called reshape inside of ND array. ND array is a class. Class contains data members plus methods. Which method? Reshape method. Getting or not getting? NumPy module contains array. NumPy module contains ND array class. In that class, there is a data member is there is a method is there. Like threading is a module. Current thread function is there. Active count function is there. Plus in the threading module, there is a class called thread. In that there is a isAlive function is there, start function is there, run function is there. Like that. A dot reshape 3 comma 2. 3 comma 2. 3 comma 2. Miravali Sheikh. Switch off your video, ma. Switch off your video. Yeah. A dot reshape. That reshaped value where I am keeping? Where I am keeping in? B is equal to. Reshape is a function which is reorganizing the elements of A and keeping the result in where? B. B. See, my dear students. Print of B comma type of B. B itself is called one ND array. B itself is called one ND array. See, 3 rows, 2 columns. What is this again? Okay, sir. B dot ndim. Yes, beautiful. What is that? Shape. I will take shape. I will take shape. What is the shape? So how can you resize your matrix? By using the function called reshape. This is also one question. How do you reshape? Reshaping NumPy. Reshaping NumPy ND array object. Attributes of ND array object. These are all called different topics, which I am going to show you one by one. So coming back. So here reshape. A dot reshape of 3 comma 2. Don't think that A changed as 3 comma 2. A remains 2 comma 2 on 2 comma 3 only. That is reshaped and kept into some other matrix B. So see here, B dot ndim 2 rows and 2 dimensional only. B dot shape is this one. Are you following? One more thing. L1 is equal to, see, inner list. Inner list. I shown already. First matrix, second matrix. Dimension is what? 3. A dot shape is what? 2 matrices. First matrix, second matrix. Each matrix contains 2 rows and 2 columns. 2 comma 2. A of 0, first matrix. A of 1, second matrix. What is this called? Array function. Array function overall used for what? Converting traditional Python list object into ND array object, which I can build 0 arrays, 1 dimensional, 2 dimensional, 3 dimensional, that is n dimensional arrays I can create. I hope in this class we understand the concept of what? One function called what? Array. In tomorrow's class when I come back, I will discuss other things, because first one I have to give an elaborated discussion. And today I shown you memory space point of it. Sampling data takes what? Small sampling data. Large sampling data takes what? You have understand that. And tomorrow class I will go for what? A range function, zeros function. I will give you this explanation. And today's class I spoke about only array. Understand? Come on. You? That you want? So This one you are asking, I hope. I hope you are asking this. This one you are asking. That only I'm saying. Row sum, how many letters are there? RT James Gosley. Two letters are there. But to allocate the memory space, what is the maximum memory space required for strings? If I allocate two memory space, like depending on these names, it will take only two letters, means only two letters can fit. Here only RO can fit. SSUM cannot fit. So if I allocate the memory space for this R sum, this also can be allocated. That's why it is allocating the memory space for bigger name, that is called U6. Understand? Here you see all of them are two letters. This is called what? U2. If I go for this one, it is converted into string. It is taken as what? U64. This is the highest memory space. Understand? So because numbers are there, complex numbers are there, floats are there, everything is there. It takes highest memory space called U64. Unicode 64-bit. U64 int 32, float 64. This we never bother about in our programming part. It is only for us just a small preliminary knowledge purpose. Comfortable today? So students in the online, are you comfortable today's function called array? Not getting endim 2. What is there my endim 2? I also tired in explaining endim. That many times I explained. So array function is clear. So tomorrow class when I come back, I will talk about this. And still in tomorrow class, if you come, I will go for day by day. We will go for entering into the further functions I will explain. So don't miss tomorrow class. I'm going to new things here. Yes, ma. Dhruva. See, mom, I left my Java batch. I left my Java. Actually, it was my 24 years solid career. I left my Java. So I enter into Python now. So almost last up to before lockdown, I was there. I will tell you, ma, Sunday class is there or not, I will tell you. Still tomorrow is there, na? I will intimate. So, yes, ma. So, Sananya. Sir, I ask one doubt. Sir, my friend completed MSc Physics in 2014. She worked as a lecturer. Now she want to learn Python to enter into IT field. So, is it possible to get job, sir? Sandhya, actually, ma'am, it's my advice. 2014 means almost 6 plus 2, 8 years. But according to my advice, if you don't mind my advice, MSc Physics is very good subject. If you ask me, MSc Physics is very good subject. Compared to mathematics, physics will be a most dominated subject. Compared to chemistry, physics is more corporate colleges. A physics lecturer who is teaching IIT coaching will get 1 lakh or 1,50,000 salary, even 2 lakhs also. Which is almost equal to, more or less similar to IT field only. So if she is good in the subject. So if she not catching that corporate level, let her learn, but along with her, she has to learn some extra skill set like data science and all those things. Sandhya, listening, ma? If she is good in her career, let her continue. If she is not able to deal that, she can deal and she has to gain higher skill set along with Python. Sandhya, okay, ma? So this is my message to her. Okay, fine. So I'll stop it. And tomorrow class, I'll continue with other kind of functions. So shall I post this